Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more. Lay me down behind the moon, tell me you'll be on real soon. I don't wanna wait no more. We could be dancing in the stars, we could be floating on the way. As long as I'm safely in your arms, and it don't really matter where we stay. Cause space makes me sad. Cause space makes me sad. Space makes me sad. Feeling like Pluto, you already knew though. I'm hiding just behind the stars, but how come the stars don't shine when it's day? How come the sky at night makes me this way? Why you so far away? Galaxy cast away, watching you hopelessly. Why aren't you home with me? Cause space makes me sad. Space makes me sad. Baby, it's 2:30 and I should probably head back home, but I'm afraid to be alone. What do I need to do to get some time with you? I'd rather be half involved and missing all of you. Drinking till the sun comes up, better than feeling like I need your love. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Baby, it's 4:30 and my whole world is upside down. That you were here with me right now. These nights are rolling over me. That's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, my body forgot how to move. Girl, you took the most of me. I'll just keep on drinking till the sun comes up. Better feeling like I need your love. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb.
So I've been doing some decluttering the past few days. This is like Goodwill donation. Still need to add more things to it. That is just like trash, old makeup that has literally been opened and way expired for the past 4 years. It's disgusting that I even know that. And then I need to take that to recycling. So yeah, getting the apartment ready, I guess you could say, for spring cleaning. This is a head start. So like I mentioned, I went through and did my beauty cabinet last night, and that was a process all on its own. I didn't even feel like vlogging it because first of all, I wasn't expecting to go through and doing that, but I just wanted to have more space, not to add more things, but just have space, because I was tired of just having stuff to have stuff that was opened, used, expired. I wasn't using it. So now I can show you guys a little bit of my organization. It's not perfect. I've still got work to do this week, but these are my sunglasses, a lot of them, because I don't really buy sunglasses like these. Even you can see they're showing their wear. I almost want to toss them, but I'm not going to until I replace them. So glasses. This drawer was a mess before I went in and got rid of all the shades that were dried out. Like a lot of my liquid lipsticks I loved, but they were just so dried out and clumpy they weren't even usable. So pencils, glosses, this is all my lip products, and then all my everyday I keep separate in this bag so that I don't have to go through a bunch of stuff to find what I'm looking for. This drawer has always been pretty organized, and this is just like cheek stuff. So bronzers and highlighters and blushes are all in here. My next favorite drawer, which I completely organized, eyeshadow palettes. I know this is ridiculous. No one person needs to have this many, but it's so much easier for me to go through and see what I want to use that day versus how I had them just in this drawer. They were just stacked on top of each other. So this way I can see, you know, okay, what do I want to use? It's like a palette library essentially, which is really nice. Ugh, I don't want to open this because I have not organized it. This is all lashes and brows. So brow products, mascaras, just a lot. Liners. Is this empty? Don't tell me this is empty. Oh no, it's not empty. So yeah, that needs to be actually organized. This, we're not gonna open that. This, a mess. This is all face stuff. Again, needs to be organized a little bit better than this because it's just overflow. This is skincare. This is pretty organized for the most part. Like I know these are all things I can't use until I finish something else, like a moisturizer. I'll never have 5 moisturizers open. That's stupid. So this is kind of like my mini Sephora where I'll come in and grab a replacement, for example. So this one's the Glow Recipe Banana. So love that. And this one is just overflow. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it's a work in progress. Today, I'm basically just focusing in on decluttering and organizing my apartment. This is nothing new. You guys know I do declutters at least once a season. And because spring is approaching, like this is the perfect time, and I encourage you guys to just go through your space. You don't have to do it all in one day. You could start by room, you know, your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, or you can start really small and start with your closet. Maybe you want to do your dresser, you want to do your pantry. Definitely go through your pantry, because there have been stuff that I found yesterday, for example, that I just don't reach for, I don't eat, so I let it go stale. So I just kind of got rid of all that stuff, and sauces in the fridge that just have gone off, that have been in there way too long. Same with my makeup. So that's just been like my little project for this weekend. And it's so crazy because, what is this month? March. I am so confused. So next month in April, technically March 31st, will be the 1 year that I've lived in my studio apartment. So I didn't even know my lease was coming to an end, because I felt like this year just literally flew by. I was like, whoa, like I've lived here for a year already. That's so crazy to me. And I've never lived in a studio apartment before I moved to this place. So I never really, first of all, I didn't move here thinking I'm gonna leave after a year, because I don't like moving like that anymore. It's such a process. And I have to say, hands down, out of all of the apartments I've lived in Los Angeles, and I've moved a lot, let me tell you, I've moved into 1 bedroom, I've had a loft apartment before, I've had like an industrial style apartment, and then I have my studio here. This has by far been my favorite apartment, and it's the smallest one, which is I don't know, it's just funny. I think it's just my personality. I thrive better in smaller spaces. Like growing up back home, like I literally stayed in my room all the time. Like I didn't want to be social. I just felt comfortable in my space. That's kind of how I feel here. Like I don't feel distracted. I don't feel like I have unnecessary space to decorate. I'm not welcoming in things that I don't necessarily need just for the sake of buying it and having it. I just feel like it's been overall the best decision I could have ever done for my living situation. So I love it. Am I moving? No, I actually decided to renew my lease again for another year. And if you guys are like familiar with renting and leasing, typically your rent will go up every time you renew. Actually negotiated mine because they were trying to play me like $120. I said no ma'am, so I marched my butt downstairs and negotiated a $20 increase, which is nothing at all. So really excited to be staying here for another year, and that's kind of why I want to go through and just get rid of things that I never even used while living here. Like, why am I holding on to it for? I don't need it. So I haven't even touched the things under my bed because I do have a little bit of storage under there, like a ladder, parts to my Jeep because I have nowhere else to put them, and it's just dusty. So I'm gonna do a deep clean and everything like that. But I am so excited because I didn't even know a year has passed, and this is by far, like I said, the best apartment I've ever had. It's just very cozy, and I think it forced me, for one, to downsize and get rid of things before I moved into this space. So that alone took a lot of pressure off my shoulders, not having to worry about all the objects in your life. That's just how I am. I can't hoard things. I don't have emotional attachments to things, right? So I can just get rid of stuff. Also, I was watching Hoarders on TV, and that really inspired me to go through and declutter my space, because when you watch that show, I can't watch it for a long time because my anxiety literally is triggered. I have actual hoarders in my family, and when you see it in real life, it is enough to scar you for a lifetime. So yeah, I've done enough declutter with me videos, so if you guys need inspo, go watch those, check those out. We'll link them down below. Probably not, I'll probably forget, but if I do, remind me in the comments. Also, I thought I would touch on life in a studio apartment because I don't know, like it's not really that different to me than living in a one bedroom. You just have a door, and I was never in my bedroom when I had a one bedroom apartment. I literally went in there to sleep. So for me, it's not that big of a difference if you are looking to maybe downsize to a studio coming from a one bedroom or something like that. It's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I also think it's great because, again, you can't really have a lot of shit just hanging around. You know, if you have a little bit of a mess, it's gonna look like your whole place is messy. But I'm already cleaning all of the time. Like, I just have to have a clean space. So that never bothered me either. And again, that kind of forced me to downsize all of the unnecessary things that I didn't need, that I wasn't using, that I wasn't thinking about, that didn't make me happy when I looked at it. So that, in my eyes, is definitely a bonus. If you have a lot of things, then it might be a little bit more difficult for you. Price point, when it comes to budgeting, you could definitely find studios in big cities. I live in LA, so I'm speaking on that are less expensive than a one bedroom. So in that aspect, it would be great for me. Coming from my old one bedroom, I'm definitely paying a little bit more for this space because of the amenities, and that's what's important to me. That is what I use all the time. If I wasn't using the amenities, then I wouldn't even think about living here because that would be pointless. But I'm always in the gym. I don't need a gym membership on top of my other bills because I have a great gym here. I have a pool here. I have a hot tub here. I have a game room for entertaining. I have workspaces that I can go and work out of and meet up with friends in and all of that stuff. So I never really feel like I'm missing out on space, even though I work from home too, which is interesting, right? Spend so much time here, but I love it. It's my space, my sanctuary, and I just do a lot of self-work, cleansing and all of that to make it comfortable for me. So yeah, I think to each its own. If you're a type of person that needs a bunch of space to roam around in, then it's just, hey, no, we're not about to do all of that. Keep it cute, put it on mute. So yeah, I mean, to each its own. You know you better than I know you, you know? So if you are considering a studio, just make a little list of pros and cons for yourself, so you can weigh the options. And for me, I didn't have any cons moving into this space. You know, I mean, my electric bill and stuff's pretty low. Doesn't take long or much to heat or cool this space. It's just me. I live alone with the dog, so again, it's just perfect. I don't have roommates or anyone else living with me. Storage wise, it's great. You can find great layouts and great studios that have the room. I do have one closet, and it's a nice size closet that holds all my clothes and the little bits and bobs that I need to store, like luggage and a vacuum cleaner. As long as you're organized, you know it's gonna be good for you. And what else? I know I got some questions before if I regret moving here, and the answer is absolutely not. This is, again, my favorite space. Again, the lighting is so great too for filming, and the views, love the views, it's great. Just an overall 1-year update of living in a studio. I definitely don't plan on moving for a while because, like I said, it's too much to do, packing and finding a place. Oh my god, touring places is the worst. I didn't even really tour places before moving here because I waited so long. It's a headache. And I don't know how it is in your city, or if you live in a suburb or something, it's probably less stressful, but that's just LA, you know? The price you pay, but it's worth it.
I'ma make you